Thank you, Dr. Alexander. He put us educated basically about the role of Polish officers, aviation officers in putting our Air Force today at such an excellence that when we roar in the skies of Pakistan, the man behind our training are the Polish officers and the Polish nation. So let's join me again thanking them together. Okay, thank you very much. Since there's hardly any time left for the lunch, I invite only two questions. Dr. Lutoski, Dr. Robert, Dr. Alexander, Dr. Zeba, Dr. Zaid are sitting here. If you have questions, I'll invite only two questions. Okay, my friend there at the back. Yes, please. Can you introduce yourself, only the university you belong to, semester, and ask the question. Be very short and crisp and to the point. Single question, please. Kindly put your mic close to your mouth, please.
My question is that ISIS, Islamic State, Iraq and Syria is become organized in Afghanistan. Will it be threat to our country, Pakistan? My question is to Sir Robert.
Your question is to? He didn't understand.
My question
Me too.
is that ISIS, Islamic State, Iraq and Syria is become organized in Afghanistan. Will it be threat to our country, Pakistan? Sir Robert, please.
I don't think so. This question is related to, like, he's asking about the role of ISIS and in Syria and what kind of impact we have on our Pakistan security. I don't think so that this question is relevant to the topic. Anyone else, please? My daughter there in the white suit. Please.
Alaikum, this is from Department of BSc. My question is, Mr. Robert, any educational or academic support from Poland to the Pakistani history? Please share.
The opportunities with regard to the education you're asking?
Yes.
The prospect of cooperation, the field of education for our students.
Well, education is a very big and broad topic, so there are different opportunities. So first, for Poland, the priority countries are other EU countries. So most programs are for students from EU countries. Although there are also many programs for non-EU countries. So for example, any university in the world can apply for Erasmus funds, and then students can apply. So, and there's also sometimes a list of states which are state countries which are preferred, but also Pakistan, I believe, is on that list. For example, a few years ago we had an agreement with Iran, and students from Iran came to Poland. So I think the same story with Pakistan. So the first step is to sign an agreement between two universities, and then students will apply.
Okay.
तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि आज हम 21वीं सेंचुरी में रहते हैं और पहले आज हम देखते हैं तो मिलिट्री से ज़्यादा जो कंट्री मजबूत होती है वो इकोनॉमिकली होती है। तो मेरा क्वेश्चन रॉबर्ट सर से है कि अभी अगर इनके मुल्क के साथ कहीं जंग छिड़ जाती है फॉर एग्जांपल, तो ये अपनी इकोनॉमी के ऊपर ज़्यादा जोर लगेंगे या अपनी मिलिट्री जो अफराद हैं उनको बढ़ाएंगे या मिलिट्री को मजबूत करेंगे?
The student asked the question that it's the era of economy. So if you have security challenges, will your priorities will be towards the economy or towards building the armed forces?
For Poland, right?
About the Poland, of course.
Yes, so we have, like I said, there are two challenges: economy, prices. We have right now inflation, but of course it's also a problem of Russia, Russian aggression, Russian expansion. So the priority is right now defense, because you can be poor, but you have to survive. So when you have to make a choice, which element is the most important, we decided to put a focus on security. That's why we're investing a lot of money, which will most likely increase problems, economic problems, because we have to pay more for the armed forces. And we would prefer to spend that money on schools, on roads, on hospitals. But in the current situation, there is no other choice but to invest in the army to deter an aggression. Because we don't want to have any war. We want to stop a war. And to do that, we have to make that clear that if we are invaded, we are going to fight.
Okay, since we are not left with any further time for the question answer, but I really appreciate the number of questions, the hands being raised. That means the session was interesting and people are really have enjoyed the talk. I'll take 3 minutes to conclude today's session, the fifth session of this second day of the seminar. I'll start by saying that Pakistan and Polish relations have always been friendly, positive, and respectful. Developing national military capabilities is an indispensable component of any country, and so has Poland and Pakistan, which is successfully maintaining requisite capabilities to defend the country and meet allied commitments. Similarly, like any country in the Committee of Nations, well-equipped and trained armed forces are graded as a vital tool for pursuing foreign policy goals. Pakistan and Poland face same kind of strategic challenges. Borders on our north and east are affected by an expansionist state, of course, namely the India, while Russia's area of Kaliningrad in Poland northeast pose same kind of challenges to them as well. Thus, we both need to learn from our threat environment, which is a kind of resemblance so as to generate out-of-the-box solutions to the security challenges. We need to mutually devise a system of maintaining viable forces, a structure which is to ensure that forces stand ready to enact security policies and respond to any impromptu situations. Both Poland and Pakistan need to maintain proportionate and economically maintainable forces. Your answer. Maintainable forces in size and structure. While doing so, both countries have to keep an eye on arms race for which they should resist and avoid bleeding through instead of development. Poland is graded at the moment the third country in the world, which is the most suitable country for any foreign direct investment. We need to learn mutually as to how can we benefit out of this grading in the world arena. Most importantly, to my understanding, we need to come out of the geostrategic rhetoric. We need to come out of the geostrategic rhetoric and adopt geoeconomics as pivot to our survival. This holds good mostly for Pakistan. Polish and Pakistani defense industries are sufficient enough to meet their respective indigenous defense requirements. So by enhancing the mutual cooperation under the rubrics of Wassenaar arrangement, we need to establish military-to-military contacts so as to plug the gaps of resources to the looming threats. And before I finish, let me share 3 suggestions with my Polish friends. The first one is to regularly hold joint exercises between Air Force, Navy, and Army. Secondly, the prospects of Polish Armed Forces delegation participating in Pakistan's National Defense Day parade. And last but not the least, in the end, I would urge the Polish government to help Pakistan in getting membership of the export control cartels, which include the Missile Technology Control Regime, Wassenaar Arrangement, Australia Group, and not least, but the Nuclear Supply Group. The Indians are the member of 3 out of 4 export control cartels, less Nuclear Supply Group. That's why they are much ahead of us. Today, the Indians are looking for indigenous production and supplies of military equipment to the world. Till the time we are not member of the Wassenaar arrangement, perhaps if Polish government wants to trade with us in terms of the conventional weapons, they'll have many restrictions. So being their member, they should help Pakistan in getting into Wassenaar so that the Poland and Pakistan military relations can further strengthen. With this we end, and again join me together to thank my Polish friends and the Pakistani experts who have enlightened us on a very, very important topic, a topic very close to our heart. Thank you very much, sir. So for the administrative announcement,
Thank you so much,
administration.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta, I would like to request Professor Dr. Alaikum, President, Department of International Relations, Federal University, please come up on stage and present to the session chair. Professor Dr. Ahmed Said, please come. Dr. Zahid Hussain sir, please. Dr. Robert, sir, please. Dr. Robert. Professor Ahmed Said, sir, please. Professor Ahmed Said. Thank you. Now I request Professor Dr. Ahmed Said Minhas. Thank you so much, everyone. Now it's time to learn. You are requested to please come back till 2 p.m. Thank you.